Okay, let's start. We put our feet under the shoulders. We keep the knees like very flexible. And we put one hand under the belly button, the other hand on the sternum. And we're going to breathe in waves to start. Just connecting with our breath, our main source of vital energy, our chi. We take some deep abdominal breath that we push up through the ribs to the chest. And just chest, ribs, belly. Natural, connecting breath. Can just feel one with our physical body, our emotional system, our mind, and relaxing on all levels. Every exhale is going to help us to relax. Just getting rid of tensions, getting rid of any form of energy that we don't need. All the while keeping our spine straight. And relax the arms. And we're going to just like do the same pattern of breathing, but just going with the hands as well. So we're inhaling, turning the palms towards the sky without forcing, without straining the shoulders. And then we come back. And this is where we exhale slowly. And at the end of the exhale, we have a little lull, a little break, and then we inhale again. And we can actually raise on the knees a bit. Again, a little pause here, and then we exhale down. And again. So we go with the same pattern of the breath. Like exhaling, like the chest through the ribs and down to the belly. And we can do a couple more. Mind the shoulders, don't add any tension here. Just take it very, very easy and soft. And the last one. And exhale down. Relax. And we're going to activate a little more. So we turn from the belt, pumping in the knees, and we keep a straight spine, look over the shoulder. And here we can exhale in the twist through the mouth. Keep the arms super soft, like ropes. The movement is coming from the center. And all the while we keep the spine properly extended, like straight, looking over the shoulder. We don't drop the chin. So we activate what is called the door of life, the center of our vitality, located behind the navel, on the spine, or somewhere in that area. And now we're going to go up to the chest. We try to hit softly with a soft fist under the collarbone. So we have this little depression down here in the collarbone, under the collarbone, sorry. And this is the entry points of the long meridians. So this governs our respiratory system, immune system. And then we go all the way to the shoulder. We're cupping the hands and then releasing the trapezoid muscles here. getting rid of all the types of tensions that we accumulate in that area. All the while keeping the spine straight. And then back to the chest. And then again down to the belly. And we're going to just slow down to relax back in the center. Good. So we're going to do a little more of activation, and we're going to do tiger now. So the tiger is just, it's like a squat, stretching from in the arms, and we're just squatting down wherever is comfortable today. So you just inhale. And here we can growl, like go with a Punjab breathing, like from the throat. Again, the idea is like getting rid of tensions and recycling them. So we have like soft tiger paws. The fingers are like slightly curved. And we're like brushing the air with these paws. In a couple more. And now we can cross the fingers and open, look into, like facing out with our eyes. This is the wood element. So we're just like fiercely looking and opening, sticking the tongue out. It's like, yes, he looks like more like a dragon. Okay, so after activating a little more, we're gonna start stretching, and we're just gonna stick to the tiger. And this one, we're just gonna inhale. The idea is like to stretch the legs, so we're gonna put our weight in the back leg, extend, and we're gonna stretch like this. So you go on the heel and push with your paws to stretch the whole back. Then come down with the arms and up. And then we go the other side. So you want to flatten your back and push through the palms. Inhaling back, curling the fingers, like the paws, and then exhale. And then again, inhale, exhale. All the weight on the back leg. And it bends, and we stretch, keep that front leg completely straight, resting on the heel. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhaling, exhaling to the right. And we do one more on each side. Inhale back in the center. Exhale, push. Inhale back to the center. Now, we open our legs, and we're going to do a little bit of the warrior kind of form. This one, we're going to start here, and we're going to open. It's called heart to the sky, breathing in into the sky, joining the hands at the heart, exhaling down to the earth. Heart to the sky, heart to the earth. Inhaling, and I'm trying to recenter. Exhaling down. Inhale, drop. Exhale down towards the earth. Inhale, opening the chest, relaxing the shoulders, and then bending towards the earth. A couple more. So this is like a breathing exercise. It's also used to regulate our breathing after some more active exercises. Now we can come back here And we're going to go into the warrior position. So that means we're going to turn this foot towards the side, and then we keep this one open a little bit more and find a very like balanced stance, comfortable stance. So both knees are bent in this position. And now we go and exhale, and then inhale, we come actually up on the knees to the heart, and exhale, we go into the warrior. So turn the head, align it with the arms, both arms are like aligned, and then we come back to the center, raise the knees in the heart center, and we exhale, float out, and inhale. A little bit of pumping through the legs, yeah? And mind your knees, always mind your knees. That means try not to pass your heel with the knee. And again, keeping the weight in both legs. And we go slower, inhaling, exhale, float out, inhale up, exhale, float the arms out. Slowly, everything is coordinated, synchronized with our breath. We do a couple more on this side, on the left side. Inhale, float out, exhale. Now we come back to the hearts and we come back to the center, turning our heel. And we're going to do 3 of these here to the sky, exhaling down to the earth. And again, slowly, number 3. Back to the hearts. And we turn, this time we turn the right foot, find a good stance, and we start from here, and we're gonna raise and go down on the knees, open the arms, float them out at the same level. Raise on the knees, inhaling at the heart, exhale, float out. Inhale, exhale, slowly. And we keep the spine straight. That's one of the tricks here. So we're not going to bend the spine. We keep the spine completely aligned above the hips. So I'm not going in the direction like this. I'm just keeping the spine straight, yeah? Inhale, center. Exhale, turn to the left. So again, the spine is really not moving much, except for this twist, in which we're like aligning our chin with the shoulder. A couple more. Floating the hands. Exhale, turn. Coming back to the hearts, turning the heel. And again, regulate the breath 3 times here. Inhaling, exhale. Inhale towards the sky. Exhale towards the earth. Great. One more. And now we're going to start from where we ended. That means we're going to start in the warrior position. So again, turning the foot, finding a good stance. And we're going to start like this. So we start, in effect, we start down with the knees bent. And on this one, we're going to twist. So it's a little tricky, but I can explain it. So we're going to raise the legs. As we do this, we're going to plunge with the arm facing the palm like outward. So a little bit of a twist here. This arm is plunging, this other arm is coming up. The palm is facing outside, and so is our face. So we're looking out behind us. And then we return to the warrior, bending the knees, okay? So here we're gonna actually inhale. And exhale, bending the knees, coming back to this comfortable warrior position, still looking on that side. Exhale, inhale, sorry, and exhale, coming back. Inhale, so drop the arm, relax this arm, look over the shoulder. The palm is facing outwards as well. And again. So we raise the knees. It's the same kind of leg movements that we did earlier. Except this time we have the hands doing this twist, stretching the tendons, stretching the meridians inside of the arms, relaxing the shoulder, and improving our general flexibility. And again, we do one more on this side, inhaling here and exhaling, sorry. Inhaling, exhaling, come back. Now we turn, come back to the heart. 3 breaths again. Slowly. And then back. We're going to turn to the right, establishing our good stance. And we start here. So we're going to do the opposite, obviously. Raising the knees, dropping this arm, and looking over this shoulder like this. Exhale here, inhale. Did I mix? I mixed it up, I think. This is the one, yes. So, to explain it, I totally mixed it up. Sorry. This back arm is going to drop, and the front arm is going to stay on this side, looking out. That's the one, okay? Sorry about this. So we exhale here, inhale in the twist. Exhale. Inhale in the twist, raising the knees. And then we turn from the hips and the waists. So we're like wringing out the whole spine, vertebra per vertebra. Good. Let's do one more. Coming back, turning the heel, and reestablishing our breath towards the sky and the earth. Slowly. Good. And now, we're going to go back to our initial position, the feet under the shoulders. And this time we're going to do a little more of the tiger. Actually, it's the season of spring, so it's the season of wood. So the element of spring is wood, and the animal associated, one of the animals, is the tiger. So it's completely apropos. Now, this one is coming from the Tai Chi. We're going to have the similar stance that we just did, except that instead of being more or less aligned with our feet, this time we like really look for the stability, shoulder width. So this guy is like, come in here, tiger pause, and then we're going to open on this side, and we're going to shift the weight. So we go to the back leg, inhaling, and then we wave with our pause like this. So we like the weight shift, and we go with that weight shift, okay? And then this one is called brushing the knee. So it's like a Tai Chi movement, as I mentioned. So what happens is we're gonna have a kind of defensive movement I'm just gonna show it first. So we have this defensive movement where we like protect our chest with this arm, and then we have this other arm that's going to come out. But first we're gonna do like it's 4 kind of steps. It's easier if you look at it this way. So we're gonna protect. First we're gonna arm the arm, so put it this way. Then we're gonna shift the weight. And then we're brushing the knee. So it's like going diagonal. And at the end, we just push with that hand. So you can see it's like a martial arts movement. So I'm gonna do it again. Arming here, preparing, shifting weight, brushing the knee, pushing. And of course we do it with the breath. So we're gonna inhale on the back leg, move the weight, brush the knee, push, exhale. So let's go. Shift, brush, push. Arm, protect, shift the weight, brush, push. And of course we try to do it as a fluid movement. Focusing on the weight shift. The weight shift will make it easier, more logical, so to speak. So again, turning, and where I turn, I'm shifting the weight, brushing the knee, and I push. Turning, shifting the weight, brushing the knee, push. And of course, again, it needs to be a fluid movement, so we don't hurt ourselves, and we take good care of our articulations, moving, crossing. Arm, shift, brush, push. Shift, brush, push. And slowly, so we don't like twist fast, or every part of the movement is at the same pace. We do a couple more on this side. Shift, brush, push. Now we go back to our tiger pose, back to where we started, centered. And we're gonna open on the right side. So same idea, we're gonna wave a little bit to get in shape. Waving, so waving is really based on the weight shift. Weight shift, and we're gonna go now. So again, arm, we're gonna look out, protecting here, shift the weight, turn, brush, push. And again, inhaling, exhaling. Weight shift, brush, push. Weight shift, brush, push. Arm, twist, weight shift, brush, push. So I'm turning also above the waist, eh? I'm looking in this direction just to exaggerate a little bit. I'm pushing the weight, I'm brushing, and I'm pushing through the hand. And again, with the breath, we're gonna inhale here and exhale in this twist, weight shift, brush, push. Good. We do a couple more. And we come back to our position, feet under the shoulder. And here we're just gonna do a little bit of hip circles for the lower back. Can just join the hands behind like this and circle. So we stay within this, like a comfortable distance, stay within the feet, and we keep the spine straight, yeah, flexible, and we just go along with this movement, relieving tension in the lower back. And we're going to turn the other way. So keeping the legs super flexible. The knees are doing most of the work here. And relax. We stay in that position actually, because we're gonna do a variation here also for the lower back. And in this one, we're gonna move past and change, like shift the weight. So we still have the hands behind, and we're gonna step out this way. And again, we have a weight shift. So like weight shift, I'm raising on the tiptoes, and I'm actually looking up. And then when I come back to the back foot, I'm bending the knee like we did before for the tiger. So it's the same idea, like working in the lower back area. Here, all the weight on the front leg, extend, look up. And here, back leg, stretch the front leg. You go on the tiptoe, you go on the heel, tiptoe. Nice. A couple more on this side. And relax. Gonna step back. Can look this way. And now we're gonna do the other side, whichever side was. We can actually change the way we hold our wrists. Yes. And again, so we're gonna inhale, step out. So here, inhale, stretch. Exhale, out and above. Inhale, exhale. So really keep your balance by putting all the weight in one side at a time. So you need to be very comfortable with your balance, otherwise it's hard to relax the body when you're trying to keep that balance. Okay. And back to the center. Excellent. Now we can remove this lock behind our arms. Can actually take a couple of breaths. Close your eyes. Just notice how you feel. Whatever it is, it's probably good. We're not looking for anything. And let's just continue with a couple of stretches more. So we're gonna do, I said the tiger is associated with wood, but also the dragon. So let's keep the dragon. We have a dragon tail. It's a tail, it looks like paws, but whatever. And the idea is like we stretch the fingers out. So we're gonna stretch good in the wrists. And what we do here is we're just turning to this side first, looking into the palms. And now we're gonna stretch out one arm. The other palm is just turning, but it doesn't do much. The whole stretch is this one. So here I'm looking over the other shoulder, and I come back to the center, looking at the palms, and then extend here. So here we can really get a good stretch for the neck. Pushing through the hand, looking over the shoulder, keeping the fingers open. slowly. Exhale. Inhale, gather the hands on the same side, and then exhale, stretch out through the hand. The hand in the middle doesn't do much, it just turns the palm, but not looking for the stretch in this arm yet. Just want to mobilize our neck, relax the muscles all the way to the skull, at the base of the neck. Good, now we're going to stay in this position. So again, open the fingers. We stretch the fingers even more here. And we keep this stretch. So we breathe into it. Good, and now we're just going to drop the arm 45 degrees and still stretching like this. Keep the head on the same side and breathe into it. And relax the arms, come back to the center, and we go to the other side. So, feet parallel, looking at my hands, and I'm stretching the tail by looking over the other shoulder. Inhaling, exhaling. Slowly inhaling, exhale. Keeping the knees soft. Keeping the head straight. Again, we're like turning the head as if it's on a stick. We don't bend into the neck. On the contrary, really try to not hurt your neck by keeping it straight. Tucking the chin in, keeping the crown towards the sky. One more. Stretch and stay in the stretch. Open the fingers a little more. Breathe into it. Breathe into it. And then we just drop the arm 45 degrees, still looking over that right shoulder. And relaxing the arms again. We come back to the center. Good. And now we're just going to do one more. For the shoulders, simply going to do like a circle. We're going to gather energy back. Circle completely on this side and then cross over to the other side, brush past the face. So it's like 1.5 circles if you want. Still keeping the knees soft. The whole momentum is coming from the knees. Inhaling, exhaling. And as always, keeping the spine straight, turning from the center, from the hips and the waist, above the hips. That's the trick. Inhale, circle, exhale, down and across. Perfect. One more. And relax. And we go to the other side. Circle. So again, turning from the center. Circle. Going through. Diagonal. Coming back. Focus on the shoulder. So we just want to explore the range of motion, Just like oiling the shoulder joint. Perfect. One more. Inhale, circle, exhale down and across. And we finish here. And we can shake a little bit. And now we're gonna just do a little bit of massage. Because it's the evening, we're gonna do like the softer massage, which is just brushing rather than tapping. So we're just inhaling now. Joining the hands. And now we brush down the back of the skull from the crown of the head. Back of the skull, neck, sides of the neck, throat center, down in the heart center, following the rib cage. We have our lumbar area, and of course we're just gonna go down, bending the knees. We're not looking for a stretch anymore, and we look up, coming back up inside of the legs and to the belly. Circle here 3 times and repeat. Actually, we can warm the hands a little bit. Why not? It doesn't hurt. And repeat. Inhaling, joining the hands, exhaling down, brushing the crown, back of the head, back of the neck, sides of the neck, heart center, sternum, lumbar area, down, knees bent, and brushing upwards. Inhaling. Circle 3 times. And again, inhale, exhale down. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. Circling the belly here. And again, let's close our eyes, resting the hands here on the belly. Right hand first for women, left hand first for men. Good. And let's shake things a little bit. So dropping the arms to the sides, keeping all the articulations super smooth. And we jump into the heels. So we're trying to get some vibrations up the leg bones. Get all these vibrations to transmit through the whole skeleton. And we can exhale through the mouth with the sound ah. Hold it, and then And while keeping the spine straight, we can turn to one side. Spine straight, eh? Keeping the chin tucked in, the crown towards the sky. And why not also relax between the shoulder blades. So here we can also cross the wrist without touching, bending the knees, and we jump into this. So, like opening between the shoulder blades, and then changing which hand is first. And coming to a halt slowly, coming back to our initial position with our feet square under the shoulders. And now we're gonna go with the flow, so we're gonna let this activated fresh energy move us. And we're just gonna start opening the flow simply. Couldn't be any simpler. It's also called Tai Chi opening. It's the first movement of the Tai Chi. But here we repeat it. We dwell into these movements. So inhaling, shoulder heights, super soft wrists, elbows first, soft wrists. Like we're painting in the air. And there's a slight weight shift. I like weight shifts, eh? Inhaling through the heels, exhaling to the toes. So like the whole body is just taking part in the movements. It makes it even easier for the mind to relax and let it flow. So slight move through the heels, exhaling to the tiptoes, to the fingertips of your feet. And we go slow. We go even slower. Great. And we just enjoy this feeling of being one with our physical body, with our emotional system, the mental system. Everything gets aligned and just lets us enjoy this moment here and now. That's the only reality. Excellent. One more. And now we're going to do a variation of this one where we're going to actually paint the rainbow. So it's called the Guan Yin paints the rainbow. It's a goddess, a deity. So the rainbow represents our emotions. So it's like the different colors of emotions we're trying to harmonize. And we do this way. So it's the same kind of starting point, but one hand is just going to stay floating. The other one is going to circle like we did before. We go back, and now we actually go down underneath both knees. So the knees are pointing forward, turning from the center. Go down, gather energy from the earth, and now we raise both hands. So one is facing the sky, the other one still facing the earth. We raise them to the shoulder level and then down. So on the other side, it's going to look like this. Inhaling, circling, dropping the knees, gathering energy, coming back up, and relaxing the arms. All right, so inhale. And then exhale. Or if it's too demanding to do one long breath, you can do two. So you could exhale here, inhale up, exhale down. So you have these two options. You can do one long breath, inhaling, and then exhaling down, or in two parts. Or a natural breath will do as well. Painting the rainbow. Bend the knees, up on the knees with the arms, and down. And again, we keep the spine straight all throughout the exercise. Really try not to bend the spine unnecessarily in any direction. So here I'm turning from the center and I'm going down in the knees, and the spine stays as straight as possible. And we go slow, Let's try to go even slower, always synchronizing with our natural breath. That's one of the main sources of relaxation, is to be able to move effortlessly with our breath. And we're going to do a couple more. One on each side. Sin stress. Y paramos. Come back to the center. We put our hands in front of the lower dantian. So we have a chi ball, a ball of energy between our hands. And we're going to pulsate with this ball. So we're going to go into the tip toes with our inhale, and then down, back into the heels on the exhale. All while playing the accordion like with our hands. The chi accordion. So this is called seaweed in the ocean. And the idea is just we're gonna let this energy move us. So we move the hands out and then press back in. Just think of an accordion. And also the weights. Weight shifts. Open, heels, inhale, toes. Soft knees. Keeping the spine straight. Tucking the chin a little bit. Crown towards the sky. Good. Now we have this chi ball. We're actually going to turn it around. So we end up with one hand under the sternum, one hand under the belly button. And now we're going to play with this chi ball. So like the dragon, remember this is the wood element. So the dragon playing with the chi ball is going to happen like this. So we have this upper hand. So we're going to roll the ball, and the upper hand is going to kind of push through. And we gather the ball again towards us, turning, and then pushing through again. So the trick here is like weight shift. So we take the ball back to us, weight on the back leg, turn, and then push, turning the ball, back leg, center, weight shifts, back, center. So that's the lower hand that's like moving around, if you will. Or what, did I mess it up? Yes. I like this. The lower hand is coming up, floating up, and then we change the hands. Or the upper hand is pushing through as you prefer. Still the same movement. But we're playing with the chi ball as a dragon. A playful dragon. By the way, apparently in Chinese, you don't say practicing Qigong. You play Qigong. So that's keeping in line with this idea. To be able to enjoy, we need to be able to be playful. That's quitting some resistance from the mind. So pushing, rolling the ball, and then we come with the other hand up. Pushing. Coming back to the body with the ball, turning, pushing. Back to the body with the ball, turning, pushing. And again, let's go slow. Let's try to keep the whole movement at a regular pace. Don't want to accelerate anything, especially when throwing the ball like this. Coming back, pushing out, coming back. Let's do one more to each side. Pushing out, rolling the ball, coming back with the ball to the center. And then here we're just going to relax, close your eyes. Keeping the ball in front of you, the arms are not touching the body. It's like a big ball, like a beach ball, in all directions. So imagine the arms are away from the body also because of this ball. Take some deep breath into the belly. You can visualize a green light associated with the wood element. This green light coming in through our feet, up the legs, coming up to the liver and the gallbladder, and transforming them into shiny green crystals, emeralds. Good. And now we're just gonna finish up with like another ball play. It's also coming from the Tai Chi. And this one we have the ball, and we're gonna actually throw the ball. It's a different ball. So imagine you have a big ball like the size of your arms, kind of, yeah, and we're rolling it. And now this guy, we're gonna throw it to this side. So to do this, I'm gonna turn on the heel and turn completely. So here we also get a little bit of a stretch, and we come back. The arms are coming in the front, and here again, turning on the toes, looking over the shoulder, and back. So here the twist is coming from this leg, yeah? Because I go on the tiptoe, and then I turn back, circle around, and then out. So we can inhale, exhale down. Inhale, twists, exhale down. So these kind of spiraling movements, usually associated with the wood element. So this is how wood grows, no? It doesn't grow in geometrical lines or circles or triangles. It just goes spiraling with resilience and building strength, inflexibility. Good. Let's do one more to each side. Come back to the center. And now we're just going to center our attention and our energy. So we just close the legs, circle around, follow with a soft gaze. Inhaling up, exhaling down the midline. Exhaling down the midline. Slowly. Keeping the same pace as our breath, our relaxed breath. Inhale, exhale. So we're channeling the energy down into our dantian, the center of vitality. This is like a reservoir of energy, a reservoir for the night that comes or the day. And then now we're just going to end up in the bamboo in the wind, putting the hands again under the belly button. So right hand first for women, left hand first for men. And we have a straight spine, so we have like the crown of the head being pulled towards the sky by a cable. And we just let the body rock and sway wherever it wants. And taking a look at ourselves, how we feel. If anything has been happening to ourselves on the physical, emotional, or mental level during this little practice. Again, if not, it doesn't matter at all. We just can be thankful to ourselves, grateful for taking this little moment of connection and relaxation. We take a deep inhale. On the exhale, we go back to the initial position and we're just going to circle this energy around to metabolize it. So 9 circles, they're actually going clockwise. So going up to the right, down to the left. The circles are like becoming bigger until we reach the sternum and the pelvis. And from there, we close the circles in the other direction. So just like circle around, counterclockwise, spiraling down slowly back to where we started. So again, it's like our metabolism, metabolizing the energy. And here we have it in our lower dantian for the rest of the day, the rest of the evening. And with this, thank you very much.